27%. The Oracle, 25%. And then TSM. You know what's even crazy with Oracle? They were buying, see if I can pull up like the master indicator or something. They were buying the Oracle puts yesterday, and the stock has taken, I mean, it's insane. But they were buying Oracle puts yesterday, and the stock's down almost 5% today. And it was getting, they were buying the puts when the stock was like 317. And Oracle continues to fade. So
Yeah,
they even countered trend Oracle really well. I mean, it's pretty wild to see. They were really on that one. Really, really strong, weren't they?
they were.
Wow, Jason in at 420, out at 1450 on Tesla. Holy mackerel. Over a triple. Incredible. Add UNH. WDC 455 overnight. Open door. Yeah, open door. I mean, I don't know why. I don't trade that stock good. Um, I'm a chicken when it comes to it. LK. Oh, on Core Wave. Wow, a lot of different names. Two calls, 89 bucks, made 450 bucks. John says he made money on all four. Wow. Woo! I was thinking at one point we were going to get a 400 print on Tesla, but I guess they're going to save it for next week. So I saw the JP Morgan guy call the market to sell off next week. So that means,
Did he?
yeah,
So go long?
yeah. So we're probably going to have, um, we're probably going to continue to have a big up move next week. I know everyone's talking about the rate cuts and all implied and blah blah blah. Again, none of that matters, but we're still not even in by the way, my HL is just literally 40+% on the stock on Helka. Remember when it was we were looking at it to break 8 in here? Now we're at 11 something. Oh man. I mean, it's pretty wild. So let me ask before we start. Let me ask y'all a question before we start. Would I short Oracle? I mean, that's like saying go buy a go buy a sports car and the tires are already gone. You know, time to short was yesterday when it started coming on the scanner or on the earnings. Look at all these bearish orders, right? So a little too late. Remember, we're trying to be proactive than reactive. So let's do another quick poll, Christian, and then we'll look at some Tesla. What is everyone else telling y'all to do? Is everyone else, if you attend or watch TV or go on CNBC, are they telling y'all to be conservative and to buy like staples and healthcare and bonds, which are getting whacked today? Or are they saying risk on, baby? Time to get into QBTS and Rigetti and Tesla and all the fun stocks. Be fearful. Oh, Christian, can we do a poll?
Yep, getting it ready.
Good. I love these polls. This is literally how I make my investment decisions, is by being the contrarian. So what is everyone else? What's the financial uh media telling y'all? Or maybe you attend like other shows or get other newsletters. What are they telling y'all? Are they saying, have they been long? I mean, remember Christian, earlier this week we said AI and
Chips.
semis.
Yep.
And what were the two best names? AI and semis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's It's been really incredible lately.
Plus
Like,
Tesla kind of getting into like all the robotics with AI, bringing it to the physical
yeah.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, it took a couple weeks for the rotation, but we finally got it
Yeah.
because they've been picking. It was Google, Amazon, now Tesla, little Teslita. All right, let's see what this poll says. That we can do the opposite of the herd. Be conservative? Oh man. Really? Who's telling y'all to be conservative? Good job, Carlos. Really? So what is be conservative? Like I mean, obviously, like, I'll be conservative sometimes and not put a lot of new positions on. But what does that mean? Like, do not trade or buy, like, by the way, look at Grab. I'm up on 20% on Grab too. Stock. Does that mean like buy Coca-Cola and like those? Or what's the definition of conservative?
Cash.
Nate and Graham predicting a correction. All right, well, it's definitely going higher now. I know, Tesla was next. Don't watch the news. True. Shannon says be cautious. Well, gold, I think gold's been pretty good, so I can't disagree there. I'm I'm not disagreeing there when it comes to I mean, Helka is silver, so be selective. Everyone's saying the market's too high. Don't fall for the banana and the tailpipe. Roger. I don't even know what that means. A banana and a tailpipe. Do I think AI stocks are in a bubble? No. I mean, I put a couple 100,000 into OpenAI, so I mean, I hope not. But I mean, so let's look at a little rotation here, and then we'll look at some names. Don't add to any big positions. I bought 1,000 Nokia calls today. They were only like 17, 18 cents. So what is that? Hey, what's 1,000 at 18 cents? 18 grand? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you did 500. Yeah. I bought 200, 200, 200, and then I was like, you know what? If Nokia gets news, this could be a four banger. So yeah, I think I did 1,200 actually now. All right, so let's look at some of the God, AMD. That's another one, those chips. Those chips are, I know you mentioned Micron in the option pit. I mean, it's just been bananas. So let's look at kind of why the market's been going up and why the flow. So when I mentioned option flow, um, when I mentioned option flow, we're talking about order flow, news flow scanners. This is the news flow scanner. This is showing you the biggest trades in real time. Okay. So the biggest trades in the options market in real time. So if we look, let's say a stock like Micron, which is a chip semi, right? If you're, and this is kind of why I've been so bullish this past week, if you're bearish or conservative or looking for a correction, whatever all these people are saying, banana and a tailpipe, how? So that's opinion, right? Those are someone's opinions. Opinions are like buttholes. We all have one. When you're trading, you want to eliminate this big head. That's why usually the real smart people, like the lawyers and doctors, never make money in the stock market, or at least trading. When you buy S&P ETF, don't look at it, sure. Because they're too smart. They're trying to predict what the Fed is going to do with interest rates. And there's a reason why economists are college professors, not traders, right? So instead of having an opinion, try to look at the market with an open mind and copy the biggest and the best trades in real time. So this is not a Joe Schmo, in his little office putting on $1 million in Micron calls, right? This is a large trader, smart trader, or an institutional trader. So when they put and they're buying, and this is started from September 2nd, okay? So what we can do is we can type in Micron and see all the bullish flow. So I'm going to go to September 2nd, which is in here, where the stock was 118. They started buying all these calls. Look at all these calls, right? And what happened in the stock? It went from 118 to 157. So let's just say 40 bucks. $40 rally. That's black and white, right? There's no gray area. And they're just not stopping. Despite the stock rallying this much, what are they doing? They're continuing to buy call options. Meaning, if they're laying out 1.4, we're looking at just about 2 million here and the last couple hours in Micron. They know, and this is the emotional part of the market, that there's all these donkeys or talking heads who are fearful, right? Or shorting, even worse, shorting, let's say Micron or the market. So they know if everyone's leaning short or bearish, they can continue to move Micron, right? Clean technical breakout over 130, boom. So you're starting to see this kind of rotation, and Lamb Research was another one. We started seeing Lamb Research calls starting September 11th. What happened in the stock? Huge up move, right? And what did we do last week? Avgo, right? Monster move. So they're picking, and these are big stocks. This is not like penny stock open door. These are the market movers, the names that make up the stock market. Let's look at Tesla now. And they're saying, hey, we're spending, look at Tesla. Look at all these bullish orders from yesterday to
So
today.
crazy.
I mean, we're not talking and we're not trying to predict what the SPY is going to do intraday. So I always say, if you're trying to day trade the S&P and like buying the 0-day options, if you haven't already lost all your money, you are going to lose. It's a zero-sum game. You're not going to make money day trading the S&P. So just forget it. I'll save you whatever left you have. But if you look again, Tesla, let's pull up Tesla here. I mean, and how can you day trade the S&P? It doesn't move, right? It doesn't move. So Tesla's, this is the new rotation, kind of like Micron. Yesterday, we bought calls. We're up about 20%. Today, kept some on, up 50%. Now they're probably up like 70. But you can see what triggered this move in Tesla. This order right here. September 11th, 10/18, 5.5 million bucks. Right here. That's black and white. No gray area, nothing. So all we did once we saw that order right here, 10/18, stock was about 355. What did we do? We piggybacked. I mean, literally, that's what we did. We just piggybacked. We copied it, right? The stock went from 355 to now 395. So it's about a 40-point move. No person in their right mind is going to say, hey, I'm going to short this. But you do. And that's why you have been getting these massive moves because the market makers know all those calls they sold and all these shorts are now getting squeezed. Why is that? We finally broke out of this consolidation range and we started taking out prior highs. So when we take out prior highs, look what happens on volume. Volume picks up. And that's what we call a catabolic move or a massive short squeeze. Here's another one, BMNR, right? Remember this name? We've had this one a few times. October 3rd, 69 calls. 69 calls. Why are they buying BMNR? What just came out? Gemini. Gemini up 43%, just went public. So the stock is halted. So traders are saying, hey, these are both crypto related stocks. Instead of Gemini, where we can't use leverage on the options, we're going to rotate into BM&R. So you can see these trades in real time, like BM&R, the September 47 calls bought about 10 days ago, 1.1 million. It's very, very hard to bet against the biggest traders in real time. So everyone's saying, be conservative, all that. They've missed out on, I would say, arguably some of the best couple of weeks trading in the market. Oracle, 100-point move. Google had a monster move. Look, still new highs along some Google calls. Oklo, y'all mentioned. Look at that breakout there. Trup, TRUP. Wow. Trupanion calls even. Jesus. So it's just been nonstop rotation, rotation. You had Palantir the other day. Remember from that long breakout? So are you really going to say, hey, I'm going to be conservative or short when some of the strongest stocks in the market are breaking out? You're crazy. Crazy. I know a lot of people made a lot of money in Palantir too. Even like UNH, which is not even like a tech stock. Warren Buffett got in around, what was it, 265? Now we're 350. Another breakout. So there's really nothing out there in terms of market dynamics that I mean, maybe you even get, imagine if you get a rotation to Apple, which is actually starting today. Imagine you get a rotation to Apple, and Apple prints 240 next week. Like it's it should be euphoria, but it's not. This is the crazy part. Like we should be in extreme greed, but we're neutral. So this means we still have a lot of room to the upside because we're not even in greed yet, let alone extreme greed. So usually people will be saying be conservative. We're in extreme greed. We're not even close to there yet. So a lot of legs left. And you're just seeing rotation after rotation. I mean, look at this. And usually it's in these growth stocks. So Rigetti, WMB finally had a big squeeze on a buyout. That was a real good play from the option pit, Christian. BM&R, Rocket Labs, DFDV, Crypto, SBET, QS, Tesla, Grab, all these stocks, all highly shorted, all growth stocks, some small caps, so that Russell 2000, and names where there's a lot of people who bet against, and those are going to have the biggest upside, the biggest squeezes. And then if you look what's down the most, it's retailers, like we called out earlier this week. I mentioned the retailers are avoid because of spending. And then you have conservative stocks. So like Pfizer, right? Getting crushed out there. I'm sure if we go to like Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all that kind of boring jazz, Pepsi down, Staples down again, Coke down. So all those high dividend stocks where people, they rotate in to be safe, all crap. I mean, so you're literally missing out on the best stock market because apparently they're stock market people, but they're not even in the stock market. They're in like Pfizer, which has been dead money, or Coca-Cola for, I don't know, forever now. It feels like it. So, I mean, when I say this is literally the best stock market, I mean, it is just incredible. And I know they say October's bearish, and historically, I think I saw, maybe it was Graham who did like September's bearish or October. Well,
Where
ow. When you see these names that are just going catabolic, QS, another leg higher, Rigetti, 13%, QUBT, QBTS, the quantum stocks are starting to move again. Microsoft's starting to move again. Like
Yeah,
this
I was
is
about to say it's not even the smaller names.
right.
Tesla,
It's even
Microsoft,
Microsoft. And look at the Microsoft flow.
Apple.
Yeah, even these, and it's all the short dated options. I mean, Tesla's actually been some decently long dated, but it's like, I mean, it's incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, it is incredible. I mean, I put it again, y'all know I got now I think up to 1 million in small caps and stuff. My big account crossed, and it's
And
just it's just been euphoria out
that
here.
goes back to like using the indicators, like the counter channels. Like, why are you using like all this stuff that doesn't tell you? Why aren't you using like the order flow and watching the order flow come
Right.
in and where the money is, you know?
Right. Like here, I'll do a little example. Let's go to a blank chart. And this is again, I'm just trying to teach y'all the real way how markets work and trading, not necessarily investing, whatever, all that. Just, I mean, literally, I don't know. Go buy a damn ETF. Don't look at it. But if we look at, let's say an RSI, I mean, here, we'll look at both a MACD and RSI, which no one should ever use. This is like you're 80 years old and trading oil, or not oil, corn or something. And let's look at, I don't know, I don't know. Let's look at what's a hot stock
So
right now? Tesla.
you want a
Sure.
smaller one?
No, it's perfect. So like the RSI says it's overbought, right? We'll pull up Google. Been overbought since when? Here? It's at 210. Now it's at
Mm-hmm.
240. You put Microsoft. Microsoft is bearish, right? But it's breaking out. So you see how late these things are? Palantir. It would tell you to buy it today, not here. So it's just really, really bad. So I don't want to say don't listen to these people, but you're not gonna you're always gonna be late. I mean, look at Baba. Baba was over here, overbought, and then it went up another 20 bucks. Like in trading, you're trying to be proactive, especially if you're trading options. Because when you're trading options, you're risking a set amount of money to make hopefully the most, right? You're looking for plays, especially in the short dated options, where you can quadruple, 10x, 5x, 2x your money. That's why you do the option for that leverage, not the stock. So the options, when you combine it, it really gives you the best bang for your buck out there. And I can usually tell someone's a professional options trader or has made money trading options for real to like a talking head on CNBC who's like, oh, Jerome Powell's going to do this. And all they do is manage money and take a cut and just put their clients in a mutual fund. Literally, that's it. And then use that to get commission. But anyhow, that's my rant of the day. I bought Beeman on stock up over 4K. Well, Fred, uh, congrats. That's fantastic. I mean, flow's still bullish. And here are some of the patterns too that I really like. Obviously, BMNR is a new name, but I really like a lot of this compression. Compression, move, compression, move. Here's where it kind of had the euphoria, but it's the same kind of pattern. that you see in Palantir, compression, move, right? Even Tesla, compression for a long time, and then boom, move. I mean, today's just a huge short squeeze day, day two, but those are usually the strongest. And a lot of stocks right now, those quantum computing stocks that we mentioned, a lot of those stocks are starting to move. And you still have the you still have two, and this is not even done. You still have the Russell that needs to hit new highs. And the Russell makes up of small caps. Remember BE? Big move, right? Even this pullback today, they've already bought it up. So you'll see these repeat orders over and over again. I can't do BE because it's two letters. Even open door here. They just are nonstop because they know there's a lot of people still on the sidelines. And a lot of people still need to get squeezed out here. Yeah, BE's been insane. It really has been. Uh, really, really crazy. Historically, September is the worst month of the year. That's why I never listen to seasonality. Because it has been, I mean, I would say we've probably seen a handful of stocks have their biggest move, maybe of all time this month. Oracle, Avgo, Google. I mean, these are some of the biggest companies having their biggest move too. And even Amazon had a big move uh, the other week to the upside. And that one hasn't even gone yet. Geo, a little prison stock, had a monster move yesterday. And then what was that one? Core Wave had
Yep.
a big move. And then Circle did as well yesterday. Baba, oh yeah, Baba, yeah, that one's been huge too. So you really just have to, INQ. Yeah, that's another one. That's another quantum stock. Forgot about that one. Yeah, another one. High volume breakout today. INQ. And that was what, 830,000? Yeah. And it's about a million INQ calls today. God, this trader made a killing here. Yeah, that's another one. That's another quantum stock, INQ. Highly shorted. Highly shorted. Look at the short interest. That's why it's up 17%. Let's go to FinViz. Let's just get a real quote. Short float is 15.7%. A lot. Again, consolidation, breakout. Woof. Wow. That's a big bet. 830,000. Wow. I mean, remember NBIS the other day? Another one
Hmm.
from 60 something to 100. So they're just whacking. Which one's next, right? They're just whacking them. Gemini is unhalted. They're just, it's just every day, every week, it's a new rotation into something. Micron, kind of the new kid on the block, right? Pretty, pretty cool. Pretty cool to see in this market. So it is risk on to the max right now. All right, man. And you're just having so much news too hit. So Super Micro could be next, maybe SoFi, Archer, Joby. Um, I mean, there's just so many. Cannabis, could still go. Amazon, if you start seeing a lot of flow. Just anything risky. Uh, what's that? Rocket Labs. That's another one. Ready to break out. RKLB. Saw some long dated April 70s. That's another one. Look at Rocket Labs. So just grab that food delivery breakout too. It's just boom, boom, quick rotation, and make sure you get the scanner to look at in real time. All right, Christian, do I have the link?
If you don't, I'll send it to you.
Can you?
Yep. 1 second.
Let me see. Oracle, our Oracle already moved from yesterday, all those puts. Yeah, I mean it already moved. Try to be proactive, not reactive. It's the best advice I could give you. Oh yeah, I still have, I think, 200 snap calls. I've been adding to snap calls every dip. All right, let's get into the business because y'all had a monster week. So I was very, very proud of y'all this week.
Even
Very,
better
very
week than
proud.
us.
Yes. Y'all kicked my butt this week, I'll tell you that much. I had lots of a dark cloud this week. Lots of uh I've sent lots of flowers, we'll say, and it's been a tough week, but y'all have absolutely crushed it out there. Marge says I bought Oracle puts yesterday and out doubled. Hey, you could do all caps. That's fine. Great job. That's exactly what Marge said. Exactly what I love to see. Bob puts yesterday. Today got to move to the downside. Got a double. Boom. Moved on. So then you're not, oh, did I sell too early? Is it going to continue to go down? You did your thing and then you move on.
Made money,
That
got out.
that's what I did. Susie too. Perfect. The ladies have been
Killing.
I always say the ladies make the best. They can
Yeah.
handle the emotions the best than the ego ego driven males. All right. Christian, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I'm replying to Earl in the chat real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay, perfect. And then David F, if he's here, probably was the craziest trade I've ever seen in my life. 35 cents into $41.25. I mean, that literally is probably the craziest thing. And then Tori, $4 out at 59.90. That's 400 bucks to 6 grand, just about. Brandon, 500 bucks to 5,000. Jack, 135 bucks to 2,300. What? Christian did a screen grab at these, and this is insane. In less than an hour, made 300%. Okay, we did way better than I did in Capri. Avgo in at 1180 out at 86.65.
Nuts.
FK crazy should got more. Spells like me too. My kind of style. All right,
I'm
Christian, do you
ready.
want to? Okay.
Yep.
Geez, Frank. WBD yesterday, 45 cents out at a buck 72 in 17 minutes.
Yeah, I was late to the party on that one. Glad Frank got some. They were hitting yesterday.
Brian BE, 120%. Good Lord. This, I mean, here's the one thing before we even start. If there's anything that makes me a little bearish on the market, is just seeing I mean, it's just seeing the chat.
You seen all the gains? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
this has to slow down.
I would say if people were still holding,
Right.
like I'm still holding, I don't know, Oracle or Avgo because like they think they're gonna go up another 100 bucks next week, then I would say, okay, this is insane. But I mean, close them out. So always get back in. All right, carry on. Sorry.
Now flip the slide for me.
Oh,
All right, friendly reminder, like always, performances displayed here are historical examples based on scanner signals for the time period shown unless stated otherwise. While we have seen massive success in the past, we cannot guarantee any specific future results using the news flow scanner. There's always a high degree of risk involved in trading, and if you would like to see more, see our terms at the Trading Pub homepage. And also another friendly reminder, trading there are losing trades. There's no system or scanner that prints out winning trades. The purpose of this scanner is to help give folks an edge in the markets. If you can't handle a losing trade, then you should not be trading with money you can't afford to lose. All right. Hey everyone, I'm Christian, as you know. Welcome to today's special scanner class. I'm here with one of America's most talented options traders, a man who's shown real people how to capture real returns of 178%, 332, and even a rare 2,800% overnight. Now, I know that sounds insane, especially considering the ups and downs of the markets in recent times. But this former Wall Street trader is defying what's possible when it comes to trading. As you'll see, his methods have nothing to do with traditional market tactics, but rather a unique piece of software he's been using for the better part of a decade. Already this year, it's uncovered dozens of the market's best overnight returns. That includes 183% return from FedEx, 276% return on CVS, and 350% return on FLG. If we showed the gains from this week, people wouldn't believe us. I mean, they make those gains sound so small.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but
But
starting next week too. Um, yeah, I'll just go over this real quickly. Um, but starting next week, they'll be able to see each other's chat, right?
yes, yeah, we're going to be switching to a new platform, not on Zoom anymore.
Yeah,
But
so
we'll have
starting
more
next
information.
week, and just here's a little spoiler. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you all yet, but y'all will be switching platforms, same like kind of link.